On KREM 2 News at 5 tonight, Spokane County says it's preparing to move on with scraps without the city. We are looking at a new letter from the county and how Spokane city leaders are responding.
We're tracking scattered storms tonight and another chance later this week.
A push to prioritize local workers for local projects is getting pushed back, why some workers here in the Inland Northwest would still be left out. Good evening and thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News at 5 tonight. I'm Mark Hanrahan. Spokane's construction industry clashes over a city council ordinance. The Inland Northwest Associated General Contractors is pushing back on a proposal that aims to give priority to local laborers. KREM 2's Regan Gallo first reported on this story back in June and now follows up tonight with those who oppose the proposed ordinance.
City of Spokane's proposed ordinance, Public Dollars for Public Benefit, aims to boost the local workforce in Spokane. But the Inland Northwest Associated General Contractors argue it's an unworkable practice. The proposed ordinance, Public Dollars for Public Benefit, is supported by City of Spokane Councilman Paul Dillon.
Really, it's about making sure that people land on their feet, that they have an opportunity to get these really good jobs through Public Works.
Dillon told KREM 2 it's designed to hire workers from historically excluded or underrepresented communities to ensure a diverse workforce and to keep jobs and the economy local. But Cheryl Stewart, who represents both union and non-union construction contractors through the Inland Northwest Associated General Contractors, says the proposal would create less competition and increase bidding prices for public works projects.
It's an open competition. Everyone should be able to compete for city work. And this is excluding people from being able to compete for city work unless they do business the way the city tells them to do business, which is affiliating with a union.
Stewart added the ordinance would add more barriers to an already difficult staffing market and increase administrative burdens.
The intent is great. I mean, I think we're all for local hire and putting people to work. We have a huge workforce development issue in the construction industry. We just simply don't have enough workers.
However, I'm told the ordinance goes even further. Tony Edwards with the Western States Regional Council of Carpenters, who is in support of the proposal, said the ordinance also establishes accountability.
I mean, the more work that's going on, there's more opportunity for criminal contractors to step in and do the things that they do with wage theft and misclassification.
The ordinance is set for its first reading on August 18th, and Inland Northwest AGC tell me they will be there to voice their opposition. I'm reporting in Spokane, Regan Gallo, KREM 2 News.
All right, let's talk weather, shall we, with Chief Meteorologist Jeremy Legoo. He is standing by the Outdoor Weather Center with a Monday that's much cooler than last Monday. Jeremy?
You got me with that one. It's just true. A whopping drop in temperatures between this Monday and last Monday puts us almost 20 degrees colder. Seriously, 77 right now with a little bit of cloud cover feels quite nice even in a suit outside. 80 over in Coeur d'Alene and mid-80s out in central Washington. Here in the mid-70s down across the Palouse, and we do have a couple of showers just like we anticipated, but most of those are just hanging out up in the mountains, and most of those are hardly moving, if at all. I think that's how we stay for the remainder of the evening. Things die down as the sun goes down tonight. Tomorrow brings about plenty of sunshine, and then we wind up with our next chance of rain on Wednesday. This forecast model puts quite a bit of it just down to the south, and I think that's what winds up happening here. I don't know if it's as widespread as this makes it look, but this is historically our most accurate when it comes to moisture coming in from this pattern, especially this summer. As we move from Wednesday into Thursday, I think the showers grow a little more widespread, especially in the afternoon, and that's all with the close proximity of the storm itself as it moves in. 84 degrees tomorrow and mostly sunny, 76 on Wednesday, 77 on Thursday, and Thursday's chance of rain looks a little better, but it also comes with a possible rumble of thunder or two. I'll walk you through all of this and let you know why I believe all of this coming up in your full forecast in just a bit.
Jeremy, thank you very much. Today, the town of Anaconda, Montana is mourning the loss of several community members after officers say a gunman opened fire at a bar last week and killed 4 people. Authorities identified the victims as 74-year-old Tony Palm, 64-year-old Nancy Kelly, 70-year-old David Leach, and 59-year-old Danielle Bailey. Both Leach and Bailey were patrons of the bar. Today, several community members paid their respects at the crime scene, including Jill Rolls. She knew Kelly, the bartender of the bar, for 10 years.
She has a huge heart. She loves animals. Every animal loved her. She walked around town carrying bones for all the dogs. They all knew Nancy. She was just a great person, would do anything for anybody.
The suspected gunman, 45-year-old Michael Brown, is still on the run for a fourth day. There is now a $7,500 reward for information leading to his arrest. Today, a Spokane judge set a man's bond at $25,000 for allegedly shooting another man with an airsoft rifle several times. Police records show that a North Spokane man was getting ready to change the oil in his car when 55-year-old Sean Bench attacked him on Friday night. The victim took cover behind his van but could not escape being shot in his stomach and his hip. Police say the victim then grabbed his baseball bat to knock the suspect down and restrain him until law enforcement arrived. Today, Bench sits in the Spokane County Jail on 2 assault in the second-degree charges. His next court date is set for August 19th. Spokane County deputies arrested a woman on suspicion of arson. That's in connection with a number of brush fires that started along the Centennial Trail. The fires broke out Saturday morning, and Spokane County and Spokane Valley police officers were able to identify the suspect as 44-year-old Sarah Beal. They charged her with 2 counts of arson in the second degree. Beal was booked into the Spokane County Jail. New at 5 tonight, an Airway Heights man is facing a hit-and-run charge. Police there say that 20-year-old Semaha Hall hit a cyclist with his car and then fled the scene. Court documents show that cyclist was crossing Highway 2 at the Hayford Road intersection when they were hit by the car driven by Hall on Friday evening. That biker was taken to Sacred Heart Hospital for treatment of his injuries. Meantime, the suspect faced a Spokane County judge today, and he was released on his own recognizance. His arraignment is set for August 20th. Today, Washington State Patrol says a crash 1 mile south of Ephrata sent 2 men to the hospital. WSP says 27-year-old Daniel Castillo fell asleep at the wheel while intoxicated. The car left the roadway just after 3:30 in the morning and went into a ditch. Castillo and his passengers were taken to Samaritan Hospital. Castillo faces vehicular assault and DUI charges. We are just getting started here on KREM 2 News at 5 tonight. The need for childcare is growing. Coming up, we'll tell you about the recent efforts in North Idaho to help pay for it and how it could be changing. But first, the Spokane County is preparing to move on with scraps without the city's input. What we have learned from a newly released letter from the county after the break.